Okay, so here we are in Photoshop and I've opened up an image. Now, Photoshop, as the name suggests, it's for photos. If you want to edit a photo or do a composite image or something like that, Photoshop is what you use. If you want to create an illustration, Illustrator is what you use. The clue is in the name. So the possibility there's going to be something like, I've got a photograph that I've taken and I want to edit it in some way, right? So I bring it into Photoshop. The way that you're most commonly going to want to edit it is maybe you want to adjust the brightness or change the color in some way or something of that nature. So to do that, we go up to Image, and two choices really are the ones you're going to mess with. Mode would be, say for instance, maybe you wanted to change it to black and white. You know, you could just simply go to grayscale and then this box will pop up and say, do you want to discard the color information? Yes you do, and there you go. It's now a grayscale image, black and white, and whatever I do will be grayscale. However, I just go back in the history there. Let's say for instance I don't want to change, you know, it to a grayscale image. I maybe want to adjust the brightness or something like that. Everything you're looking for in that respect is in Image and Adjustments. So brightness and contrast, for instance, right? Brightness and contrast will allow me, as it says, to adjust the brightness and the contrast of the image that I have. So you can see just by me doing this, I move that out of the way so you can see, make it lighter, make it darker, so on and so forth. And I'll OK that because I want my picture really bright with lots of contrast. Other options include, say for instance I wanted to change the colours of this image. I could go to, well, any one of these really. I could go to hue and saturation, right? Hue would change the colour of the image, so you can see I'm going through all these different colours. Saturation is how much colour or how intense the colour is, so I could do that. And lightness is again how light or how dark that colour is. So that's one example. Go to Image and Adjustments. I could go to Variations, which then has this menu pop up. So for instance, if I wanted to add more red to my image, you can see I've got the original there and this is what I've currently got. So I've got it going more red. I can make it darker, so it goes a darker red. Within the highlights I can add more green to it, so you can see that's the current pic that we've got there. OK that, and that's the effect that I get now, right? I'll undo that. I can go to Adjustments and I could invert all the colours. Does kind of like a negative effect. It's actually quite cool, I quite like that. Undo that. Image, Adjustments, I could turn it into black and white image. This here, this box that pops up, lets you sort of adjust the colours that are in the picture. Imagine that the colours are still there and I say, right, I want all the yellows to go darker. So it kind of takes all the yellows, you can see it doing it down there to where these bushes are down here. That then is making all the yellows in that darker. So it helps to maybe create a richer black and white picture. So say for instance I took the cyan, which is blue, out of the picture. That's taken the sky down a bit. You know, let's take a bit more of that blue out. That one perhaps creates more of a richer black and white photograph than, you know, just simply turning it to black and white. I'm going to edit and undo that again. So Image and Adjustments, photo filter. Let's say for instance you've taken a photo and you want to have you know, like a sepia tone on it. So go to image, adjustments, and I'll go to photo filter, right? And then this box pops up. This is, like, for instance, used on Top Gear, something like that. So for instance, if I increase the density, sorry, can't talk, of this, you can see I've got this nice warming colour come over. You know, as I mentioned, you know, Top Gear, whenever you see the cars racing around the track, they will sometimes apply like a cooling filter to the sky. You know, I'll take that down, so that the sky appears bluer up at the top or greyer, and the car is highlighted. So, you know, sepia for the kind of old, you know, Victorian type of photographs. That would work better if the image is black and white. Let me just show you that very quickly. I'll just go to image and adjustments and black and white that image. I'll just leave it as is for now. I go to image, adjustments, photo filter, and apply that sepia effect. So you can see it's given it that kind of old browny look that we get with some of the older photographs. Okay, so that's some of the adjustments in Photoshop and what they do.